Today I'm very excited. I have Stefania Spampinato on the show, which I'm so excited about. Stefania came to us and was such a gift on Grey's Anatomy. I think they realized that it was sort of hard for me to speak Italian for no reason on the show, and they decided to create a sister character for me so that we would be able to have these amazing scenes where we could just discourse in Italian. And so they created Stefania's character, Karina, which ended up being one of my favorite characters and someone who I admire very much and have had such an amazing time working with over the years. Not to mention she's Italian, so we have a lot of connections there. We enjoy speaking Italian on set and maintaining that culture. She always helps me so much if I'm pronouncing something wrong or when we have to create Italian for the show. We'll often work on it together to make it the best way it can possibly be. As the writers don't speak Italian, so we kind of gotta fill in those blanks.
And I feel like I'm a huge fan of Domenico Modugno. He's the guy that wrote Nel blu dipinto di blu, volare for
Very
the
famous
world.
voice. As soon as you hear his voice, you're like, oh.
Exactly,
Very
exactly.
famous.
And his lyrics are amazing, and I've been looking at the backstories behind the songs, and a lot of them have a sad beginning, and then they're more positive. And I thought this one was like a good reminder for everyone to go to and see how beautiful everything, like the world, can be. Even in the dark moments, even in the sad moments, there's still so much to look forward to in life. And I thought that would be a good reminder.
I hadn't heard this song in a long time, and I listened to it again this morning, and I actually found a video on YouTube of him actually singing it in black and white on
Wow.
Rai.
Yes.
It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's just like, it's universal, it's timeless, it's a message that will never ever grow old or out of date.
Exactly.
And like you said, in these times, I think it's definitely a great perspective to take, that even in the darkest times, there's always something to look forward to, and that life is still beautiful. There's still so much beauty to see in our world. So you did a great job. You picked an amazing brava. Yes.
Grazie.
Okay. So do you want to get right into it? Do you want to read it?
Well, I suck at reading poetry, so I'm gonna do it very lightly, because this is my problem. If I read and I get into it, I end up crying, and so I don't want to cry today because I want to stay positive and happy.
Okay.
Yeah, I get very emotional.
I mean, feelings are welcomed here on Poetry.
I know, but I'm talking about positivity and the beauty of life, and then I'm gonna be like.
It's okay. If you gotta shed a tear, we can just pause.
Okay.
Or I can take over or whatever.
Ok, I'm gonna go. È vero, credetemi, è accaduto di notte su di un ponte, guardando l'acqua scura con la dannata voglia di fare un tuffo giù. D'un tratto qualcuno alle mie spalle, forse un angelo vestito da passante, mi porto via dicendomi così. See, I'm crying already. Meraviglioso. Ma come non ti accorgi? Jeff, help. Come here, Jeff. Help me out.
Yes.
Ma come non ti accorgi di quanto... She's coming.
There we go.
Il mondo sia meraviglioso. Meraviglioso perfino il tuo dolore. Potrà apparire poi meraviglioso. Ma guarda intorno a te, che doni ti hanno fatto, ti hanno inventato il mare. Tu dici non ho niente, ma ti sembra niente il sole, la vita, l'amore. Meraviglioso.
Meraviglioso.
Vai. Il bene di una donna che ama solo te.
Meraviglioso, la luce di un mattino, l'abbraccio di un amico, il viso di un bambino. Meraviglioso. Meraviglioso.
Ma guarda intorno a te, che doni ti hanno fatto. Ti hanno inventato il mare. Tu dici non ho niente, ma ti sembra niente il sole, ti sembra niente la vita, l'amore.
Meraviglioso. La notte era finita e ti sentivo ancora, sapore della vita. Meraviglioso, meraviglioso. Meraviglioso.
Meraviglioso!
Meraviglioso. We
I
did it.
tried. I tried. I mean, you helped. Thank you. Thank you
We did it.
for the help.
So of course, in this poem, it's quite dramatic. You know, the song starts as a man is literally thinking of jumping off of a bridge into water, and this voice from wherever pulls him back. But I think at the end of the day, you know, we all need little reminders here and there, whether it's a friend telling us, you know, a parent, a co-worker, an experience that you have that maybe just makes you realize something. And certainly this experience of this pandemic, I think has definitely made us really realize how lucky we are to be alive, how lucky we are to be able to sort of be free and be able to roam around in nature, and how much we take that for granted now that we've been sort of locked inside.
Yeah, and to be able to see our friends, our families, is just interact with other people. I mean, it would have been a lot harder if we were in 1999 without the phone and the technology that we have now. But still, you realize how important is human connection and human contact.
Yeah. Or like in the 1900s, I would have had to like written you a letter saying, "Hey, Stefania, do you want to be on my poetry show?" We have
2 months later.
You would get the letter, and then you'd be like, "Oh, okay," and then you would write me back, and then you would mail it, and then a week later I would get the thing, and then it'd be like a month before we had like a response.
Exactly.
It's taking so much longer.
Yeah, crazy. And no, I tend to be dramatic in front of Jeff, in front of my dog. I talk to her a lot as well, but not sure it's serving any purpose.
It's a she?
Yeah, Jeff is a girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got a new puppy as well.
I did, yes.
So cute.
Yes, yeah.
Jeff
we'll have to have a doggy date when this is all over.
Yes, absolutely.
And they can be friends.
Exactly. I would love that.
Yeah, he needs a girlfriend for sure.
Oh, she's single.
He's a little. She's single. Okay, good. So he's single too.
Okay, good.
We made a little dog connection.
Exactly. Cala a boca de roupa. There's this thing that in Portuguese that you know, when you learn something in a new language, it's always the bad stuff that you learn first.
Oh yeah.
And so I was doing a live with Danielle, and we were talking about the sentences that we have learned in different languages, and I was trying to remember this thing that I learned in Portuguese that I learned in Brazil, and I said it, and the Brazilian fans of the show appreciated it. They thought it was very funny.
Oh, yeah, they've tried to get me to say some things, but some of the words are so hard to pronounce. Like when you read it, quando lo leggi, è difficile sapere come pronunciare it properly.
Sì, ci sono tante regole che sono molto diverse.
Tipo la X o diverse.
Sì, perché non è una lingua fonetica come l'italiano.
No.
Why?
The biggest one for me, which is so funny because it's not an Italian word, but the way Italians say it makes me laugh. And every time I go back, if I don't say it like this, they don't understand what I'm saying. Is hamburger. If I say, "Hey, do you guys want to go for a hamburger?" They'd be like, "What?" Oh, hamburger. And they're like, "Oh, hamburger." Yeah. But that's how they say it, which is so weird. Stefania, when was the last time you heard forró?
Forró? Forró, this is one of the words that you pronounce it with like an H. Forró is like a dance style, a Brazilian dance style that is so cool. You have to do it with Nicole. You're like attached to one another in dancing, and it's very sensual, but it's also fun. And I heard it a couple of nights ago. I have a Brazilian playlist, and I had this forró dance, and I was dancing with Jeff.
I love it. And it's Brazilian.
Brazilian, yeah.
Okay.
One of my best friends is Brazilian, so I've been there, and I love Brazilian culture and movies and actors. I'm obsessed with Wagner Moura. Do you know the guy that did Narcos?
You hear that, Brazil? She's obsessed with one of your actors.
I'm obsessed with Wagner Moura. I love him.
I did see Narcos, but I saw the like the original Narcos. I know they did like a new one that was like Mexico or something like that. I haven't
No,
seen
the
that.
original. He's in the original. He plays Pablo
Oh.
Escobar in the original.
Oh yes, he's incredible.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's so good. He's
So
so
good.
good.
Yeah,
He's in
yeah.
like a new movie on Netflix I want to check out. Where
I
he's like
saw
a
it,
political,
Sergio. I
figure.
didn't like that movie. I watched it for him, but unfortunately I didn't like it as much.
Okay, well now I might not watch it.
But have you seen City of God? No,
Of course.
Elite Squad. Tropa de Elite. Elite Squad is like the sequel of City of God, and he's the leader. He's the lead actor in that one too. He plays a boppy, like an agent.
I just love that, like, the imagination of that studio and that casting director to say, like, wow, Pablo Escobar, you know what I mean? Like, iconic Colombian person. And it was so important to them to get an actor that really embodied that character, that they actually didn't mind going to another culture to get him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, goodbye, Stefania. Goodbye, Jeff.
Goodbye. Say goodbye to Nicole and to Jazz.
Love you guys.
Same.
Be well, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you so much, Giacomo.
Okay.
Grazie mille. Un abbraccio.
Ciao, Stefania.
Ciao, ciao, ciao.